Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Kie Pua from Debbi Minero. Now, this is a brand new tangle. We just had its world premiere today on my Tangle Time sessions. Oh, and what a lovely tangle it is! Um, and you can get more information on the tangle. Look at Debbie's step outs, her samples, because her step outs um, are so thorough, and I love that she includes lots of ways to play with it. So do take a look. And again, that was in the description section. It says for more inspiration, click that. I also have I always do my own version of the step out, so you'll see that, and a bunch of other stuff that we'll talk about in a little bit. All right, like I said, it's an amazing tangle. Starts off with an orb wherever you want the center of this to be. And what's neat is this could be used in so many different ways. Just like as a feature tangle, I would call it like standalone tangle, or or having several. It's up to you, and it's so much fun. All right, then we're gonna do a flux shape. Now, if you're new to Zentangle, you have no idea what a flux shape is. Flux is a tangle. Actually, it's Rick's version of flux, and it kind of looked like a teardrop, or a thought bubble. All right, but so I'm going to start here, or a tethered orb. Maria has called it that, I believe. So we're going to come out here from a certain point, come around, and kind of hug. I could kind of, well, it does look like a water drop, even if I look at it from that angle. And then comes around to that same point. Then, so we're going to do. I was going to say 4 around here, but in our sessions we had some that did more, and they turned out really, really neat. So don't worry if you end up with more than 4. It's okay. So what we're going to do is the next one we're going to tuck it right into this little crevice here and start it. And then just turn in your tile. And if they turn out a little bit weird like that, well, don't worry about it. It's all good. And then what I try to do in the last one is make sure that, as I'm coming around, that I'm kind of hugging, touching this a little bit or overlapping as the other ones kind of do. But again, if you don't end up with that, don't worry. All right. Next, in the new crevices that we've created, we're going to do, a similar flux shape. But this one is, more thin, standing, or going straight up, kind of like this. And you just, spin your tile as you go. All right. Then, and this is, I'm coming from, let's say if I'm looking at it from the left side. Honestly, I don't know that it matters, except this does kind of go with the flow of this, because you see this motion, as it's going, that would be counterclockwise. And so going with that, out of this little crevice, we're going to make a big, okay, pen, a big sweeping curve line into a spiral, and turn, same thing. And so in all of the sections, I'm not going to say 4 sections, because you might just have done more than that, and it's okay. So like so. Oh, this one could use to go around a little. There we go. Now on the other side, and and Deb has it several ways. It could be. I'm going to try it more of a straight line. Straight. Well, maybe not so curved, not so flourishy. Like that. That's kind of neat. So just a curved line with a little orb on top. Now you'll notice when you look at it's actually my blog post where we announced this, because that's how I publish them, and some of her samples have a couple of these or a couple of these, and it all works out great. Her next step is, one idea, right, in decorating. And so in these long flux shapes, the one standing up, we're going to do my favorite thing in the whole wide world, the line dot dot. I mean, because just look at how cool that looks versus, I mean, it's empty here. It's lifeless. And then you add that. I'm going to do a whole thing on just the line. I've thought about this for some time. Actually, I have notes somewhere on the power of the line dot dot. That's what I call it. I don't know. I don't, maybe somebody else called it that one. I'll have to go back and look at some things, but that's what I call it. And it's amazing. All right. Then the center. So, and I'm going to do it as Debbie has shown. And so what she did is, let me just look again. Oh, yeah. She just kind of did some stripes. She had one, kind of towards the front that was a bit thicker. This makes me think of the Tangle jetties. Could just do this with a thicker pen. All right, that looks kind of neat. And I know in all of mine, I did one where I filled it in. So I haven't done it this way yet, and I kind of like it. It makes me think of a bumblebee. All right. So what's extra neat is you can decorate this however you want. Like I said, well, even going before decorating it, we had a number of people that, depending on the orb size, the initial orb size, and then how you did this size and how you did these, it comes off looking, so different and also beautiful. If you want to see that, the screenshots, the recap, when you go to, while you're looking at the For More Inspiration link on my website, make sure to put in your email address. It'll be just on the right hand side of that, and follow my blog, so that way when I get it posted, it's going to take a few days. When I get it posted, because I like to collect, people that are in the class will send me their finished work, or I'll swipe it from our Facebook group, and I like to have all of those collected, so you have a really nice sampling of things to look at, and then links to this video and the class replays and all that. So I'm still feeling like this is a little naked, so I'm going to put, similar to the line dot dot, I'm just going to do a line, and we'll do an attached orb, kind of like these guys. And what's neat about doing this in the curved flux shape is add to that curve, whatever curve that you want. If you add to that, it just really, it adds to the character. And if you have one that's weird shaped, it totally rescues it. Like that. So cute. All right, now some shading ideas. And there it is. All right. I always start off, because if shading is something that you feel escapes you, here are some thoughts where things come to a point here where lines converge, or like this, where they're converging right there. You put a little bit of graphite there and bring it out just a little bit, not too far. You can always come back. No graphite remorse. And and if you want it darker, to add more, I have it plenty dark. I think I was using an extra dark pencil too. I have a lot built up here on this tortilla. Oh, that looks neat. But if it's darker, then it adds a more dramatic effect, and that's something that you can play with. I'm going to see what I have left on this, and so just on these edges, I'm going to add. See, look at how much I have left there. And it's a good idea to do this with your tortillon periodically, because you don't want to, again, with the graphite remorse, you don't want to have that. And just every once in a while, because I can always come back and add some graphite to these places if I want to. And so I just want a little bit, a little bit on those tips. That is cool. That is super cool. And, I say, let's see, which way do I want this? I think I'm going to have this be this way. And why not? We'll add a little bit of graphite just to the one side of that center orb, even though we have it decorated. Yeah, like that. I like that. So neat. And because I'm just thinking of it now, let me grab a bigger. Oh, grab my. Oh no, let's grab the 5. Okay. I don't know why it's just occurring to me to do this, but I've seen this before and I liked it, so I'm going to do it now. And that's just put some little perfing dots from on the inside of these curve lines. I was thinking about it on the outside, but then I was like, no, it just has a neat look. And then while I'm at it, we'll go back to the small, just to keep with the contrast. Let's just fill these guys in. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there for, well, I can always come back with the white pen. But, you can just leave a little gap open for a little bit of shine. I'm debating. Okay. Inside here. You were probably, maybe you were saying, do those other ones too. I heard you. Like that. Oh, yeah. See, and then it's just nice. Just nice. All right. So let me share with you some of my samples from our class today. Um, just, it's a fantastic tangle. And on top of it, you don't have to go back and take a look at the step out. Once you kind of get it, you get it. And you're not, as I mentioned, you're not limited to, just doing it that way. You can add other things coming off of it. It's, it's all fine and good. So here is my one. I added the tangle therefore. That's the little 3 dots there because it needed to have something in the background. And I decided to turn my spirals into they were holding water drops. That was my thought. So, and then 2, and this will be tomorrow, so I'm going to give you a teaser. I don't normally do this, but we also world premiered her snails, and it's just an adorable little guy. So, it's just neat. And anyway, so that's what you see that up there. You will learn that that'll be tomorrow's daily tangle, and I'm going to save my because I did one on this card too. I had some things to send out, and I have these little cards that I think I forget what store I got them at, and they're adorable. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do a quick thank you note, and I'll just do this tangle real quick. It took all of a couple minutes, and then did some brief shading and highlighting because this is on burgundy here. And then I added afterwards. I added some what do you call this sparkle with the jelly roll. Stardust, just the clear, and it turned out rather neat. So super neat, gorgeous tangle, love it, and I hope you do too. Make sure, let's see. Oh yeah, in the step out there is also a link to Debbi's Instagram. So if you happen to be on there and you want to follow her, and also the hashtag that she's using Kie Pua. With no space or no dash or anything. Actually, I don't think you can do a hashtag with a space or a dash. But anyway, if you wanted to tag that, I know she would appreciate it. So she can see all of the lovely work. So if you enjoyed it, would love to have you click like. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, it would be my honor if you would be a subscriber to the channel. I already mentioned the description section. Oh, and feel free to share this, leave comments, and all that. All of those things help the algorithm, and just helps to get the word out about the channel. So if you enjoy the channel, if you do those things, then it tells YouTube's algorithm that other people like you might like it, and they suggest it, and that's cool. I mentioned the description section for step outs. This one, for more inspiration, is a link to my website. So you can also see there the classes that I do, where to follow me for classes, and and things like that. If you happen to be on Facebook, I have a link there as well, and to our amazing Tangle Addicts community. We have a private Facebook page, and so if you'd like to hang out with a bunch of with somehow we were talking about the cool kids. I was never a cool kid. Um, so, but if you want to hang out with a bunch of amazing Tangle addicts, we would love to have you. So, come join us there. Know that there's some like 3 membership questions to gain entry, and I think that's it. So, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.